Network modernization is a critical step for digital transformation at government agencies. I'm Jake Williams with Scoop News Group, and here to talk about that today is Sean Hughes, Assistant Secretary for Technology, Security, and Operations, and Chief Operating Officer for the Massachusetts Executive Office of Technology Services and Security. Sean, thanks for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate the invite.
So, Sean, let's dive in. I mean, how has the adoption of cloud and multi-cloud computing impacted your agency's networking requirements?
Yeah, absolutely. A great question to kick us off this morning. The cloud journey in Massachusetts has impacted our network requirements. You know, in Massachusetts, we started as a cloud first strategy with only one cloud provider. And we essentially left our security management to our cloud DevOps team, which is very different than how we secure our on-prem environments. So we treat our cloud environment as an external connection with a separate security posture. In 2018, we shifted the model a little bit to a cloud smart strategy and a multi-cloud environment. That shift led us to several changes in our network requirements and security posture. So now we treat our cloud environment as an extension of our on-prem data centers. For example, we leverage the same security processes and systems to protect the environment versus having different cloud teams manage and secure them. That essentially created a checks and balance for Massachusetts. Additionally, with our network, we needed the network resiliency. So we had to match our redundancy and higher availability perspective, similar to our on-premise environments.
And so, in that context of that work having been done over the past couple of years, I mean, what are your top priorities over the next year to improve the performance and scalability of your networks, and how's cost versus value going to play into your acquisition plans?
Yeah, so a number of years ago, Massachusetts embarked on a one network program for the executive branch of government. The pandemic slowed us down a little bit, as did supply chain issues. But we've made significant progress over the last few months. We've migrated our core infrastructure from a network and security perspective, as well as our internet service provider. And it was a migration from an architecture that suffered 30 years of organic growth and various visions to a new architecture that is simplified with new manufacturers to meet the needs of our customers and the constituents that we serve in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So right now we're underway with a wide area network modernization effort for each remote site into a common network and security framework, leveraging our own SD-WAN solution. We have 2 hosted data centers in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts that provide dual paths for every single remote site. Redundant encrypted tunnels can be built for easy failover. Additionally, with the second connection via a diverse commodity internet service provider, we can provide the additional resiliency at minimal cost. In the case of hardware, we'll leverage a standard approach that can support both of our connectivity scenarios. From a procurement perspective, our focus is really on the business requirements, including uptime and bandwidth.
You talked about the security piece of the network there. I mean, what additional steps are you taking to build those greater security protections into your network?
Yeah, the key for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is managing the environment with a common platform for both security and networking, where we can leverage an economy of scales and deploy more standardized rules protecting all remote endpoints. In addition, we are deploying strong web content filtering technology across the enterprise to protect end users while browsing. Also, as part of our common framework, we are separating devices into their functional needs and security posture requirements. An example of this would be IoT devices get segmented and are only allowed to communicate out to the internet, while they are still being logged and recorded into our security incident event management platform. Conversely, our end user computing devices have access to internal systems, but also while being logged into our security incident event management platform as well. I think another key aspect in the Commonwealth is we have enhanced our threat hunting analysis, which allows us to centralize the management of all associated threat data to include both endpoint and network data. So essentially, as we continue to ingest data into our security incident and event management platform from multiple sources, allowing us to identify deviations, as well as comparing the data to the threat intelligence feeds, identifying the threats that we face on a daily basis.
And we talked about procurement a little bit there at the end of the last question, but how, from your perspective, can agencies speed up that procurement process so that you can modernize networks faster and keep up with the rapid evolution of applications?
Yeah, Massachusetts, we've been fortunate to have a standard operating environment built on a common framework, network platform, and network design that's flexible enough to be able to increase capacity while minimizing reconfiguration impact. We've also centralized the procurement of the executive branch agencies from a network perspective. So the standard approach to our network design provides reduced complexity and a well-known configuration, which provides for greater supportability.
That's great. Sean, appreciate the insights today. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.